Hey guys, Jess Gibson coming to you from the Lakes Church in Waupaca this morning. My good news reflection for today is on the entire book of 1 John. So there's a lot of material there, but before we jump into that, I have a question for you, and I would love for you to answer it in the comments below. Who is your favorite author? My favorite author is a gal named Erica Bauermeister. And I actually was introduced to her first book. I found it on my sister's countertop. She had gotten it from like a spotlight at the local library. I saw it on her countertop, picked it up, read her first book, loved it so much that I have since read every book that Erica has ever written. I just love her writing style. So I want to know who your favorite author is and why you love his or her writing so much. So put that in the comments. And the reason I bring that up is because as I was preparing for today's devotion, I was reading the book of 1 John. And it's only 5 chapters long, and I highly, highly, highly encourage you to read it, and to read it in the Message version. As I was reading through these 5 chapters, I just was struck by how much I adore John's writing style. John refers to himself throughout the Bible as the beloved disciple. He's the one who was reclining on Jesus's lap at the Last Supper, and he is woven in and out of biblical stories and just has this childlike love for Jesus and this really special relationship with him. And his experience with the love of Jesus comes through in his writing style in just a really special way. So it's not very long. The whole book, you can feel really accomplished. The whole book is only 5 chapters. I'm going to share just a couple verses, but seriously, promise me you're going to go read it because it really is amazing. So this is from the Message version, and I think it's in chapter 2 here, starting in verse 2. Here's how we can be sure that we know God in the right way. Keep his commandments. If someone claims, I know him well, but doesn't keep his commandments, he's obviously a liar. His life does not match his words. But the one who keeps God's word is the person in whom we see God's mature love. This is the only way to be sure that we're in God. Anyone who claims to be intimate with God ought to live the same kind of life that Jesus lived. My dear friends, I'm not writing anything new here. This is the oldest commandment in the book, and you've known it from day one. It's always been implicit in the message you've heard. On the other hand, perhaps it's new, freshly minted, as it is in both Christ and you, the darkness fading away and the true light already blazing. Anyone who claims to live in God's light and hates a brother or sister is still in the dark. It is the person who loves brother and sister who dwells in God's light and doesn't block the light from others. The whole book of John is full of this theme of truth and love and how we show our love for God in the way that we love others. And our love for others comes because God first loved us. And it's this beautiful circle of biblical, Christ-centered love. Check it out, 1 John 1 through 5. Bring me some comments. Tell me what stood out to you, but be sure to share your favorite author below. Have a great day, guys.